Hey, alright, we're all set for episode 10 of Self-Care Chats with Farah. Welcome, welcome. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi. Hello, welcome to episode 10 of Self-Care Chats with Farah. Today we are hosting the super, uber amazing Mr. David Muriithi, and he should be joining us at 8 p.m. sharp. So tell me, you guys, how are you guys doing? Hi! Let me wave at some of you. Hi, guys! Hi! Hello! Alright, guys, please don't request to join my live. I already have a guest who's gonna join me for the episode, so kindly do not send me requests to join the live. I promise you I will do one live with all of you all where you can join in. Alright? Thank you so much. Hi. I'm well, Alhamdulillah. How are you guys? How are you, Asma? Ismahan? Hi. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just waiting for my guest to come in. So today we are hosting Mr. David Muriithi, and it's episode 10 of Self-Care Chats with Farah. Yeah, look how far we've come. Walaikum salam. Hi. Hi. I'm waving at everyone. Hi. Hello. Yay. You guys are super awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for him, there's a questions button on your screen. Just type it up there and I will ask him all your questions, or you can just comment in. Yes, I'll do that. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Sumaya. Hi, Shukri. Let me wave at you all. Hi. Thank you so much for joining me. I can see my guest is here. Let me invite him. He's right on time, alhamdulillah. Hi. Yay. Hi, Sumaya. How are you? Thanks for joining in today. So we're just waiting for David to connect, and yeah, we can start on. Morian. Hi, Morian. Mashallah, this is my first time seeing. Thank you so much. Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I've even worn cologne for this. Yani, nimeoga.
Ish.
This is big time. I mean, look good. I have
I know.
let me just tell you, nime floss. Fuck, even my neighbors know I'm online. I think they all tune in.
Baba. Stop.
Mambo vipi? But
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
remember how fun, I don't know what they call it. It's this fun girl, and then how fun I was when I met you. I was like, it's you. Remember when we met in Lavington?
Yeah, I was like,
Such a fan of yours. Fanned out, you know? And then
I remember, and I was like, hello, I am fanned out.
I said it first, so I won that.
You're so amazing. So I was just telling everyone that we are joining by you, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself. But before that, I want to tell everyone that I call you Baba. And by the second meeting, you are so strict with me. You're like, you are like my daughter. And I was like, okay, Baba. And since then, it's just Baba. I don't know you anyhow.
Very true.
Yeah. All right, Baba, please introduce yourself. Of course, you don't need any introduction.
I do. First, I never assume anyone knows me, let alone everyone, but anyone. So my name is David Muriithi. Some people know me as my alter ego, DJ Delight.
Yes.
I do many things, and that just comes with age, maybe, I don't know. But I am a real estate developer. with a family business, but I'm also I used to be an auditor in my previous life in the UK and here, and I DJ, as you've heard. But I also used to, I've also been in the entertainment industry for about 32 years, both in the UK and in Kenya, and have managed and discovered a lot of young talent, Kalamashaka, Waire, Nasri Noise, Gidi Gidi, a host of people. Nameless, Susanna Wio, to name a few, Valerie Kimani, and also events. I used to be an event manager. I say used to be because I sold my business a while back, but I'm still involved. And what I tend to do now more in the industry is I run a company called Creative Enterprise Center. And what we've been doing for the last 15 years, I've been very lucky, I have to say this, very honored to travel around Africa running courses like business skills training for young creative entrepreneurs. Basically people who, photographers, musicians, fashion designers, gamers, you name it. Basically people who are running a creative business and they're young, and I sort of help them run their business better, because that's where I think my skill set sort of lies quite heavily. I think that's a general summary.
That's just who you are. I mean, you need someone and you already are just, telling them, you should do, you just hear about them and then, no, you should do this, you should do that. It's just, that's you.
Yes.
I
Well, I have
feel that's you.
Yeah. Oh.
You have that vision, and I don't think so many people have that. You see that when you see someone, you see like the potential of this person, and I feel like that's super amazing.
Well, I like to think that it's a God-given gift, to be honest, and I try just to make good use of it. That's if you want to say if you have a talent, a skill, just use it to your best of your ability, and also just do good with it. Like do good with it.
Do good with it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're just gonna start off. Can I give you a brief on self-care chats?
Please.
So this is my second season. The first one was called Self-Care Mondays.
Yes.
I used to post short videos on my IGTV and YouTube.
I remember.
And then I had a burnout. And this year, after COVID, throughout that March to August, I really sat and saw everyone around me. You can say my closest friends. I've seen people online, and I've seen everyone has gone through it. Like they have had their lows, and somehow they're just making it work.
True.
And I was like, you know what? And everyone texts me, everyone sends me messages. Farah, how are you keeping up? How are you being so positive? And I'm like, you guys need to see these people, And that's why I was like, hello, self-care chats has to be, I had to share this platform. I had to share these personal self-care stories, because I feel like everyone's journey is personal and it's unique to you. And if I can share it, I'm sure someone can learn something from you. So this is how I was like, season 2, it's about everyone else.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Thank you. All right, so let's kick off. First of all, how are you feeling?
That's a very good question, first of all. And I think in this, in the past, I'd usually say, oh, I'm good. But what I think this period has taught me is to be sincere about my answer and to actually think a bit carefully before I answer. Because I think I've gone through all those emotions that you've explained, the highs, the lows of the COVID season, the fear of loss of income, the actual loss of income, the highs of actually getting income again and thinking, wow, you're not dead yet, and you've got 3 kids to feed and educate, so it's that much extra pressure sometimes. And however, I think the honest answer at this point is I feel grateful. Really, I actually feel very grateful, because I believe I have been lucky. I believe there's been grace where I'm concerned. There's been there's been abundance where there hasn't been. Right now, for example, things we considered little are a lot right now. So when I talk about abundance, I'm not saying, wow, millions, but at least I can get by. At least I can put one square meal on my table. At least, I can put a roof over my head. That kind of thing. So it's the smaller things that I'm starting to appreciate a lot more that I took for granted before. So I feel really humbled. I feel really grateful. I've been through, October was probably my worst month this year. I went through loss of income. I went through just self-doubt. And then I think the weight of COVID I just took a time, because I've been going, and then sort of dried up. I took a breather, then had time to just absorb stuff. Then I think everything just hit me, and I was emotional.
Oh, no.
Me, I told friends, I was like, yo, I'm emotional. Holla at you. But I got through it thanks to friends. And I think it's so important, and one thing I'd really like to talk about is to really know who your support system, to have a support system first of all, and know who they are. Don't be scared to say, yo, it's not a good day,
I need,
just
I need to talk.
There's no shame, especially this time. There's never been shame, and there never should be shame. But
yes.
What Spirit has taught us is like, there's no shame in the game to say, yo, I'm not doing well. I'm really not doing well. Just reach out. That's all it takes. I hope I've answered you.
Yes, you had. Yes, you had. It's so amazing. You won't believe it, Baba. Whoever I'm asking this question to, they all had, like, right now, I am positive. I'm in a good place. I'm grateful, humble. Subhanallah. I feel like this year has just taught us, look inside.
We didn't think we'd see 30th of November, like we made December.
I know. I know November was so slow, by the way.
Yeah, this last few
I was
months.
like, it's still November. So,
I know.
David in Jan versus David in November 2020. What has changed, and who do you prefer?
That's like saying night and then day. Anyway, so David in Jan at the time anyway was, and I've spoken to a few people, a few friends of mine, and quite a number of them sort of feel the same way. Is that towards the last quarter of last year, things were slowly, for the first time since those many elections, and I don't know what other craziness we're doing. We just went boom, and for the first time towards the end of last year, just beginning to pick up. So
that's when you made your plans.
Absolutely.
You are focused.
January with all the psych possible.
I know.
And I tell you, it was February was even better, and business was good. I won't lie to you. And I signed up quite a number of trainings, and I was set. In fact, I traveled to the UK in March, and I came back just a few days before our first case. And I'm saying, I'm the one who brought it. I had to quarantine for 3 weeks when I got back, because I got back just before it started here, and then it hit me, thinking I was escaping Europe, but to come where there's no COVID. Anyway, but I remember by the time I was going to Europe, I was like, oh man, this year, thank you God, it's just been a good, like all these signs. Can I come back from the UK? It's going to be work, and then. When I come back from the UK, it's going to be home for a while. And so David then in January was very optimistic. David in end of November, it's actually still very optimistic right now, but a different type of optimism. It's like a measured optimism with a lot of learning. Yeah, it's a lot of learning I've had this year.
How is your energy like at this moment?
Actually, it's so funny. On the way home today, I was talking to somebody about this, and I'm a generally energetic person. I know you know that, and those who know, I'm generally quite positive, quite energetic, and everything. But I've been going through, I would say, different types of energy. It's not the normal. The things that make me tired are not the things that used to make me tired before this season. So, for example, we're ever on Zoom calls and Zoom meetings and Zoom this, Zoom that, and then my business has all gone online. So I'm zoomed out. You get? I'm zooming in the day and zooming at night and zooming like zoom, zoom, zoom. Kenyans, there's songs I think which have zoom, zoom, zoom in it. I think I'll just make a t-shirt or something. But really, it's. So who would have thought, sitting in front of the screen so long will exhaust you.
Exhausting.
In the same way, if you had 4 meetings outside, So,
it's
so that
much more draining.
It's very draining, and I've learned now to pace myself. To also manage my appointments. Beforehand, I think I didn't manage my appointments very well. Like just both my face-to-face meetings with people and my Zoom. So I'd be running home because I have a meeting, because I'm just meeting somebody for a meeting somewhere in a coffee shop. Then I'm running home because there's a Zoom meeting, and then, all that. So I realized, no, it's a bit frantic. So now I space it out. I'm like, today is Tuesday, nitakaa nyumbani, nitulie.
One meeting.
We Zoom, tumalizane. Kesho, tukutane. We have our meeting.
Yeah.
As much as I'm minimizing them, and I'm only going to places which are quite, where you can sit quite socially distanced. I'm not I try not to meet more than one person actually at any meeting. If it's more than one person, then we have a Zoom meeting basically. Some meetings, unfortunately, you do have to meet face to face because of whatever reason. But I really have minimized them to like the very, very, very important ones. The rest I just do on Zoom. Nowadays, Zoom is my. Do
you feel like do you feel like you become more intentional on where you want to spend your energy?
Absolutely. You could not have put it better. In doing that, I've protected my mental wellness a lot than ever. Like anyone who brings negativity, they get cancelled so quickly. And not in the sense that, I'll block them or no. I just ease off from them. Like, just let me postpone that energy bringing me till another time I have energy to deal with it.
To deal with you, yeah.
I'm looking after me. Because if I don't have energy, I can't pass it on. So if you drain me, there'll be none left for me or for anyone else. So if you're an energy drainer, please stay away from me. I just want positive vibes. And you see, when I say positive vibes or energy drainer, it doesn't mean you can't come to me if you have a problem or you can't share a problem. No, that's not it. But for me, what I try and avoid is people who are totally negative, who just, everything in life is negative. Nothing, they just bring you down basically with them, and you're just together. You're together in the dumps with them. You're having a great day, then you talk to them and you just go. So those are the people and I'm very big on energy. I pick up on energy. That's how you and I are friends. It's just energy. I mean, I love positive energy. That's why, and I don't need to make an apology for it. And I love people with positive energy, and I'm drawn to people with positive energy. So yes, I'm very intentional about that kind of energy.
Yeah. Would you say before this you weren't so, like you would be afraid to say no to someone?
I'd spread myself so thin.
Yeah.
So thin. And I realized after me that well, Oh, that's been a huge learning.
I learned that too, Baba. This year, I also went through a really low moment where I was really scared. Through March to July, I was very scared. Mom was paranoid, cleaning around me all the time, and that just made me more scared. And I switched off from social. I wasn't posting much. And I cried a lot, Baba. I really removed it all out. And then I felt good.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? It's not that serious. I mean, if I want to do something, I'll do it. If I want to post, I will post. When I don't feel like it, it's so okay. The world is not ending. We're still here tomorrow again, So I'm like, you know what? I'm not pushing myself so much now. I'm just like, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I feel like even I have blossomed in that. I feel like my ideas have really come out. I'm being more creative. I'm creating more. I feel like we really need to protect our energy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think, and I think
Yeah.
that's an important lesson that I think a lot of people have to take home with, home with is just protect your energy.
Mm.
As much as you can. Like, I know it's not always possible because there's a lot of sadness around. There's a lot of let's call
Yeah.
us a lot of death as well, especially the last
Yes.
months.
Yeah.
For me, especially at my age, I don't think 2 days go by or 3 days without me knowing somebody who passed or lost their parents or lost their friend or lost their sister. There's
Mm.
so much of it going around. It's nearly become a norm. And however, I always tell people something about and I know it's a sense talk, but death. Never take it personally. Never think, Sijui, God planned for you to be unhappy and so he sent death in your home. No, no, no. It's
Mm.
just a passage of life. And sometimes
Mm.
it increases certain incidences like COVID. Of course, the numbers are going to go up on things like that because it's not only about COVID that kills people, it's the stress around COVID. It weakens your immunity.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh.
it leads to deaths. I call them COVID related deaths. And the truth is, stuff's going to happen this year. Stuff's going to happen next year before we get a vaccine.
Mm.
When just the whole earth just calms down as well. We slow down and just calm down. Don't take death personally. No one's out to get you. It's just life. That's one thing I've learned.
Yeah.
And
It's right.
as much as it's sorrowful and sad, it's also something you get past. You know what I mean? The sadness. I've lost many people this year. My goodness, I've lost many people this year. Trust me. So I'm speaking from a place of
Personal experience.
personal experience and with the dignity that death deserves. But also just what you said about crying. Men don't cry it enough. Me, I've cried. Let me tell you, people, it is okay to cry. Like it's so healthy. That October I was telling you about,
Say
I was
that
crying.
again. Oh my god.
No problem crying. Let me tell you, and I teach even my sons. Listen, guys, if you need to cry, have a good cry. It's human and it's healthy. And
how cry ugly? I cry ugly.
yeah, you cry ugly, and it's important to cry ugly. And if it's not ugly enough, it doesn't get out. It doesn't.
Yeah. So
You
true.
need the mess. You need the mess. I mean, I try and do it as privately as I can. Because I've got a brand to protect.
Of course.
But it feels so good. And we're all tethering on slight, just like a very emotional. You just need to emotional push
just
for someone
one
to
thing,
over the edge.
And the dust.
Yeah. I can't even watch Ellen shows anymore. Those when she does something good for them, I'm like, that was nice. No one's watching. Like a tear just. Like, it was just onions. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Baba, obviously with your business, you're a people's person. You're an extrovert, a DJ. I mean, being out at night, and then you had to go into lockdown.
Yeah.
I you know what? The whole time I was like, oh my god, what is this person going through? How did you? What did you discover about yourself during staying alone, like being alone?
I discovered
meeting people every other day. What did you discover?
One, I'm very clear about my love languages, and those people who don't know about love languages, just Google love languages. We have 5, psychologists have said we have 5 primary love languages, and my love language is touch. I'm a very touchy-feely, I hug, I'm a very touchy-feely person. So I get a lot of energy off people. And that COVID took that away. And I didn't realize just how much that affected me until May, my birthday in May. And it had been, I told you I came out from the UK in March. April, May, I was indoors. So the only people I was seeing were my kids. Like, who had any physical contact with for 2 months were my children. And one of them was overseas, so it was my 2 kids were here. And I tell you, on my birthday, I think I cracked. That's the day a friend came to bring me, delivered a real gift. She had come with her daughter to deliver a gift for me and everything. And I tell you, I just cracked. I just said, I'm going to hug you. Just know I'm going to hug you. I went and I hugged her And she was also in the same. She hadn't hugged anyone for like, we were just hugging there. I think her daughter's getting embarrassed. Um, and that's when I realized, wow, you mean
Wow.
we've really been struggling, you know, like missing human. And so I think for me that was a huge thing. Like, especially as a DJ, for any musician, for any creative who feeds off especially crowds or people, it's a tough time. I won't lie, it's tough. However, I realized this thing hii kitu haishi haraka. I mean, we didn't know at the time, you know, this thing would take us, peleka us into 2022 or whatever. So I think I quickly adapted. After, you know, 1.5 months or 2 months of staring at the wall, waiting for a gig to happen that wasn't happening. And then, and a lot of creatives did. For the first 2-3 months, they did not know no one knew what was happening. Actually, not just creatives, but I'll speak on behalf of creatives, who I represent a lot, is I just decided, okay, hii kitu inaitwa online, Zoom, nini. So I started getting interested in like things like Zoom. And started doing parties on Zoom. First I started on Facebook Live, on Instagram Live, and then I switched on to Zoom. And then just by chance, you know, I found a way that, even on Zoom you can actually you can sell tickets for a gig. People pay through Mook. I use Mook Pay. The same guys use tickets for blankets and wine. So people buy tickets. I started this thing called Saturday Night In. Because we're all locked in. This is a time when curfew was 7 o'clock. Because everyone was at home. I'm like, you ain't going nowhere, so I know you're home. You know, so tune in. And it's actually run for over 22 weeks every Saturday. There's a little break in between for maybe 2-3 weeks, and then we came back again. So people paid 500 bob and entered, and then I send them on email a Zoom link on the day of the event. We're doing different genres every week, like rock, 80s, 90s, Kenyan, country. I mean, just
So I'm picturing you alone in your house right there, with your sets and your blasting music. So your kids are watching you live?
No, you fukuza them. No, fukuza. Dad is working.
Okay.
But it's not blasting. The thing is, it's very interesting because it's straight from the computer into the Zoom. So like the same way I'm talking to you right now.
Okay. So I'm wondering, the neighbors are having a blast too or not?
So no one hears anything externally. Everything is like literally straight into my computer, and I play off that, and I can talk off that. So it's no one even knows, you know. It's totally quiet.
How was your first one? How did you feel?
Amazing. It was actually, that's when I knew I cracked. Yeah, it was. The first one was, actually the first one, I lie. The first one happened by accident. Let me tell you how this thing happened. I wanted to hold a birthday party. And people who know me know I do legendary birthday parties. My birthday, I even give guys notice for May. Means if you I tell you in January, get ready for my birthday in May. I take my birthdays very seriously. So some guys put together, and I never used Zoom before, let me be honest. I never even heard of it. So on my birthday, I mean, by the time, you know, May had come, now we knew about Zoom, but I never myself used it. I'd been on webinars and things, Zoom webinars, so I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. But I never used it, you know, this way to host. So a friend of mine hosted me on his Zoom and said, send this link, invite your friends. So I invited my pals, everything, and they came on, they were so keen. And I was playing music, we were chatting, you know, you play music, you stop, you chat, and I didn't, what I realized, people were so excited to see each other. And I was like, Allah, I want to. In fact, I tried to end the Zoom, guys are like, you go, you leave us here. Leave us in this meeting. You go, if you're tired, leave us. I was like, hi, these guys. And that's how the idea came. So the following week, I teamed up with Mook and I said, can we send, you know, I worked it out, and here we are 22 weeks later on Saturday nights. We've just changed the nights to Zoom nights in from Saturday nights. And people, let me tell you, tune in from all over the world, from Australia, from America, from England. In fact, 20% are diaspora Kenyans. And they tune in. Because them they've been fungwa even more than us, and we've been having a lot of fun. It's one of my things. I look forward to it every week. Every week.
I for one had discovered that there are no borders anymore. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
no,
Yeah.
I can talk to anyone now.
Absolutely. Like I'm doing some training, for example, in Zambia next year, and hopefully in Rwanda and a few other countries. And it's interesting because I've always wanted to break into those countries. So I've always thought about it as a physical thing, going to those countries. But now COVID has taught us that actually you can do training online. So I've been doing a few trainings online, and as you say, I can now train in America if I want to. I can train in South Africa. I can train in wherever. Right here, I'm sitting where I'm sitting today, right now.
Wow.
So you're right. You go international.
There are no borders. Yeah.
Borders.
So you discovered about your love language.
Yes.
How you missed your link, your hugging link. You discovered online DJing now.
Absolutely.
Wow, and you're loving it, and it's booming.
An online training, an online MC.
Training.
I also I do a lot of company parties.
You're
and
moderating as well. Wow.
Moderating and even year-end events like in December. I'm doing a number of company year-end events, staff parties.
Look at you. You're now all tech
Hustle, me hustler. Me, I'm the original hustler. Ashana, I'm the original.
You are. Wow. Wow. It's so true. And don't you feel like 2020 has really taught us to innovate? We have learned that, you know what, this phone that we have, this one can do magic.
It's not for taking selfies only.
I know.
Yeah, it's so true. Innovation has been at its highest during 2020. That's for sure. That is so for sure. I mean, look at how kids are learning. For example, just take children. Those who have access, of course, the few who have access to online learning. I thought people will be learning online, and even other ways. Even in public schools, using the radio, using working from home. Just using technology, phones, and all technologies to get education done. Medicare. I mean, now you can do e-diagnosis. You can dial a doctor. Yes, there before, but it's now really being used a lot more.
It's being used. Yes.
Rush to hospital when you're ukona maumivu ama something. You can't just rush to hospital right now. It's not one. It's not advisable unless it's really critical. So people are really, you're right, innovating in so many ways, and not even just necessarily online, but I think the other innovation that's happening is on personal. How do I put it? A lot of people have done personal audits and realigned their lifestyle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And even change the way they do things.
Yes, definitely.
And I think that change is going to stay for quite a while. We're not going to go back to factory settings, even when this thing eases up.
No.
We've learned a lot about the things that were, to be honest, we were being quite extravagant beforehand. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
You look and say, wow. I mean, you go to the
simple life that matters now. Everyone is like happy with their vegetables. No one's going out for burgers or pizzas. Everyone's cooking at home.
What is meat? In fact, we have become vegetarian. In fact, 2020, I think we'll have the highest surge in vegetarianism because first, it's healthier generally. It's like the cost of meat. You realize, hey, I'm spending that much on what is it for? It's not helping me.
True.
Definitely, people are consuming less alcohol. Thank God. I'm a teetotaler, so it doesn't affect me at all. But and I guess even accidents.
Also, I think we've also really become so aware of our finances. For one, Baba, I want to share. This year, I revived my catering business with Mom, and we have learned so much how to budget meals, how
Nice.
to save, so that there's no wastage.
Absolutely.
Even when, so I make sure that as much like you had 3 orders, we measure now. We've known the measurements, so there's no extra food.
Nice.
I'm telling you, we had lunch.
Manavitu.
Tumejua, we had lunch, and we're still learning. We're
It's so
still learning.
and I think that's so important. I think this year has been a year of learning. If you're to summarize
Yes,
this year, has been a year of learning.
learning,
Learning about yourself, learning about people, learning about the world, learning about your health, learning about
health,
just learning.
finances. Yeah,
Is friendships, you name
yes,
it.
about people.
Yeah. So you're
There's a
right.
question here from Mohammed Sadiq. Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Nairobi, Kenya, the
Okay.
best tourist destination in the
The
world.
world. That's true. That's true. As a pro video editor, this year has taught me to capitalize on working online. This has led to me gaining international clients. Again, there are no borders
Uh,
anymore.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Well,
that's
well, well,
amazing.
well done.
Well done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's the way. And I've had, as I said, I've had the same experience. Getting
Yeah.
into clients, I never thought, I'd
You
get.
would. Mm.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's true. It's true. I also did my second talk this year for group of kids from a school in USA.
Oh, nice.
So I
You see?
spoke to those kids,
Oh,
and I was
nice.
like, and that was my first paid gig this year. I was like, so happy. That was
Nice.
my first paid gig. I was like, oh,
That's
I got money for it. I was
that
like,
is.
wow, it was so awesome.
It's quite. I mean, honestly,
Okay.
getting paid in 2020 is that you feel like
Yes,
literally, you feel like a millionaire.
I know.
You don't take
You're
it for
like,
granted.
yo, I'm doing things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, that's amazing. Of course, there has been a roller coaster of emotions this year. Would you like to share your peak moment this year and how you dealt with it?
Well, as I said earlier, October for me was my dip moment. One,
Mm,
because
mm,
it was the first time when my income dropped by about, I think, 70%. I'd managed to, when COVID started, things were thick for the first couple of months, then I managed to innovate. And I managed to get some regular business and things were going okay, considering, all things considered. I think I was one of the much better off people. And then
mm,
and things just went for whatever reason. It picked up again,
mm.
but it just took a dip, and it's like I didn't see it coming. And I'm very good at cash flow,
Oh,
but it's like I didn't see it coming.
coming.
So, and I don't think it was even so much the loss of income that spurred it, but because of less activity, I had more time to myself, and I realized I had not had time to really think this year about myself. I was just going, just been going like
Yeah.
like in a ferret wheel or whatever that thing is called, where you just
Mm.
round and round because you're just trying to survive, and do anything and anyone's,
And everything. Yeah.
anything like a and you jump into projects, you're not even thinking, is this good for me? Is this not? So I think of that was a low point where I was just like, I was like, wow, this year has been tough, anyway, and I actually felt like all weight had come on my shoulders suddenly. And as I said, I am really blessed to have a good support structure and a support group. And I have a group of friends and we check in on each other. And I just called out in the group. I said, yo, I'm not doing well. And in no time, they literally surrounded me with love. That's all I can say. And it was good. It really just, it stopped me short of getting into a depression, because I could feel it starting. In the beginning of that depression, that dip, and I was like, I'm not going there. And we've all gone through one form of depression or other this year. Whether gone through one
Yes.
form of depression. And it's very important to notice and be alert when you start feeling that way and let somebody know. It's that simple. The minute you let somebody know, and somebody who's responsible, not just anyone, and just let somebody know, and so they can check in on you, and just that fact of letting someone know already reduces that depression by quite a bit, and the possibilities of dipping into a very deep one. And then just slowly start working on yourself. And also, I think the other thing I learned from that period was don't be too hard on yourself. And I think you mentioned that earlier. So it's like, let go. Don't be too hard. Like, you're doing okay now, and it's okay not to be okay. Like, don't be too hard on yourself in this period, and don't be too hard on others, especially those with kids, for example. No, they're struggling as it is, trying to do summer online, nini, all that, man. Just be easy with everyone this season. Just be easy with everybody. As our health minister said, we're all acting abnormally. Yeah, and for those of you who are not Kenyan, that means abnormally. And it's true. It's not business as usual for a lot of us.
Yeah.
If you see someone acting up, this, that, and the other, just be just a bit gentle on them. Yeah.
And Dada, what would you tell someone who is, it's hard for them to reach out? What should be their first step? Because there are people, I'm sure you know about, who are like, they're so tough, and showing their weak side is near death experience. They don't want to do that. That is a no.
This is what I'd say, and especially, unfortunately, us women, men, should just say us men, so it sounds better. Is as I said earlier, and I'll just summarize it in the sense that it's okay not to be okay. And if anyone shames you for that, washindwe. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to say, hey guys, I'm not doing well, I'm struggling. Whether mentally, financially, physically, it doesn't matter. Just reach out. It's really okay. No one in this period can judge you. No one can judge you in this period. And if they do judge you, those are not your friends, trust me. Those negative energy guys, just get rid of them. Get them out of your life quickly. But don't let your pride and your ego get in the way. That's what I would say to people. Because if you don't reach out, people may not know. They might not see the signs. They might not see the signs. So they might not know. You might assume people should know, but they might not know. If you tell them, they won't know. So get the courage and choose the person well, whoever you're going to tell. And just look around and say, who are my support structure? If something goes down, who are my support structure?
Who can I talk to?
And if all that fails, there's a lot of helplines. There's a lot of helplines to help people with depression. Safaricom set one up. I know. There's a host of them. You just have to Google, and there's a myriad of them that can reach out. You can reach out to as well if you don't reach out to somebody you know. And sure enough, I'm sure somebody will come through some way.
Basically, take that step. Basically, take that step, right?
Take that step. Yeah.
And that's the courageous thing you'll ever do.
I think so.
The most, yeah.
I think so. I think it's actually it's more courageous to take that step than keeping it in. Don't think keeping it in is courage. It's not. It really isn't.
It's true.
I can see Shiro, friend Shiro Kanyo there agreeing. Yes, don't be too hard on yourself. Yes, Shiro.
Don't be too hard on yourself. As an entrepreneur, definitely business took a hit this year. Tell us what changes you had to make. You mentioned you went online with your business.
Yeah, changes are let's say my DJing business. Let's start there. I'm used to setting up speakers, whatnot. Those things have gathered dust. I think I only did a gig the other day at Sankara Hotel for the first time. Setting up was so exciting. It was just like it was like up in the swimming pool at the top, but it was so weird. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't forgotten how to put my equipment together. It was but it was so exciting.
Yeah.
It was a very small event, and it was very heavily socially distant. They're very particular, and it was by the poolside, so it was nice and open aired and everything. That's the only reason I agreed to do it. Otherwise, I'm really avoiding physical gigs as best as I can, except my regular gigs, which I do on Sundays at Ankole. Again, nicely socially distanced, and I'm cut off from everyone. And it's so important. I mask up throughout. Like, unless I'm I mask up And I think it's very important whilst you know, we can't 100% necessarily avoid meeting people. We can't necessarily avoid going to maybe restaurants or places where there might be more than one person, or maybe even an event at home or a family gathering or some whatever it is. And listen, I don't judge anyone, and I know there's a lot of advice about don't visit, especially elderly people, don't visit friends for. But the reality is, let's talk fact here. The reality is, we are visiting family members, we are visiting friends, we are meeting in restaurants, we are meeting at social gatherings here and there. It's just the human in us. However, so I'm not going to be, I can't, you know, and I'm guilty as the rest. I won't even pretend. But I think the message here is, if you are in a situation where you are meeting people, just take all the necessary precautions. First of all, wearing a mask helps so heavily. Having your hands and sanitizing regularly, especially we have those two in place, you go so far to fighting this disease. You go really far in helping that. And if you can help yourself to be a bit socially distanced, not me here, you know, if you're, let's normalize taking selfies with masks on. Let's normalize that. Let's normalize it. You don't have to remove and say, okay, let's watch tutoe kidogo, alafu turudishe. In that kutoa kidogo and rudishing, things, the air, you can't control how the everyone thinks that tulikuwa tunaangalia mbele, we're looking ahead. So COVID went, that's what people think. It can hit a corner and enter the mouth of the other person. So, and if you're going to take a selfie, have distance between the two of you. If you have to remove your mask, have distance between the two of you, and a good, you know, a good space apart. Then you can move quickly, take it, and then mask up again. That's the safe way to manage such a situation. If you have to, if you really have to, let's normalize just being safe with each other.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Hi, Patricia, my friend. I have to big up my friend, Kenyan violinist, amazing violinist. Check out her page.
Hey, hi. And of course, as a DJ in consultancy, again, you had to really adapt to online space and take advantage of that.
Totally. I think I'm one of the few actually doing as much as I did. But yes, I turned my emceeing as a corporate MC. That's the other thing, you know, I'm so used to doing events at hotels and launches, all that online. So what I'm really
applying. But have you had employees that you had to lay off?
Luckily not at the point. So the way we operate even at work is on project basis. So luckily, well, one or two part-timers obviously are getting less work, but in terms of especially the real estate business, we luckily didn't have to. We've been quite lucky that we didn't really have to lay anyone off. And oddly enough, this is another interesting thing. The real estate business, depending on which one you're in, but we've been very lucky, and I don't take it for granted that for some reason, midway through this year, things that they had gone dead, but things started picking up again. So it's kind of weird. Even I can't understand it, but I'm very thankful. Very, very grateful.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I haven't worked.
Is there a boom in the real estate or?
Not really, but I guess they're also good deals right now. So those people who had and saved up a lot of money are getting good deals right now. It's a good time to look for a house, piece of property, because they're really good deals.
Okay.
Everything looks like a Black Friday deal.
Oh, Black Friday! Oh gosh. Baba, when you look into the mirror, what do you see?
Handsome guy, handsome. Okay. Mirror. What do I see? I see a person who's determined to make people's lives better. That's one of my things. The reason I do what I do is whenever it's in my power, I try my best to actually improve other people's lives. Be it my security guard, be it my neighbor, be it my children, be it people at work. If I have the ability to help you in any way, you know, I really try and reach out you know, I try and be there for people. Okay, that's one. The other thing I see is a young man, young man who has
Yes.
who has learned a lot, and the future actually looks bright again.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you said right again,
It's
well,
there's a lot of hope that's come back into my life. We lost hope
okay.
in and out at some point during this year, but I think my hope has been restored. My positive energy has been it's fully charged right now. And I just look at myself and I'm grateful. You know, as I said earlier, just really grateful to have made it to this end of the year with no major incident. And actually next year looks very exciting so far. There's a lot of really exciting prospects coming up. Very, very, in fact, probably going to be one of my most exciting years of my life, if all goes well.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I think you have the niece here, Shaky Butchie. Uncle David is the best. Yes, he's the best.
I paid her. I told her if she doesn't say that today, she's in trouble. So that's part of my paid up crowd, my fan base. They're paid. I pay them. Thank you. Well done. The check's coming. M-Pesa. Thank you, M-Pesa today.
So, and Baba, okay, if I may ask you, when you look in the mirror, are you happy with what you see?
I'm very happy with what I see. I tell you, the way I've always lived my life is I always live it like, I know it's a cliche, but I actually always live my life like it's the last day on earth. I've been like that, I think, since I was 15 years old, probably younger. I've always lived very
each moment.
Very presently. Because look, one day tomorrow will not come.
You're not.
So you've got to not assume you're going to live forever. So do what you can when you can. It's as simple as that. But be good to people. Just
yes.
There's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to be bad to people. You know, there's just be good to people. Trust me, and you'll have a happy life.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Very
we
simple.
all need a little more kindness.
Just a little kindness. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you're done with all the wisdom, I want to know, what do you like when you see in the mirror? And that's like your physical appearance. So tell me, when you so what do you like when you see?
What I like is this young-looking guy. So I'm 51 years old, but I know I don't look it. This is when everyone now Instagram goes, "Oh, you're 51. You don't look it." I'm just going to give you time to say that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving you time, including my
they're gonna come just now.
Okay, if you don't say, Uncle Davy, you don't look 51. You're in trouble, and I'm reversing that M-Pesa. Anyway, I think I've lived a good life. I've been very blessed.
I wanna hear what you like about you. Come on, tell me. Don't be shy.
I like my zest for life. I have really good friends around me.
I want to know your physical attributes that you like.
Physical. Oh, physical.
Yes.
A very nice nose. Even my daughter also got it. She says, "Dad, thanks for giving me a really nice nose." And I got my mother's legs, so you can't even see that. I'm always posting on IG my shorts day because I got my mother's legs, and you know I don't have Kikuyu legs. Sorry, tribe. Yeah. I don't have. I'm sorry.
Yes, Kikuyu legs.
Hey, I wouldn't say. You know, I don't want to be stoned. But sometimes hockey sticks and Kikuyu legs go hand in hand. So I was lucky not to get them. What else do I like? I like my short hair.
Okay.
I'm trying to grow a zaddy look, but in our family we don't get white hair. So I've been really. I'm seeing all these people.
I was about to ask you, where's your white hair?
I'm seeing all these people with white. I've one white hair here, one here. I think there's one here. I'm counting them because I'm the first one. Seriously, my dad, my grandfather, my brothers, none of them have white hair. None of them got white hair. I'm the first person to get bits of white hair, and I want the full white hair. I mean, it looks so cool. Guys are looking so cool, posting Zaddy's Huyo ni nani. And here are just black, boring looking. But I'm trying to grow my kazamzing here. Like, look cool. I'm trying to look cool. and young. And
During lockdown, you didn't even grow any hair, beard, nothing. You're just
no.
so
This I've
smart and
been
clean.
shaving. This I've been shaving.
Oh,
This
okay.
I have to maintain. Lazima to maintain. Lazima. Hiyo ingekuwa. I had an afro at some point after 2 months of not seeing the barber. My hair was actually
For
about.
real?
Oh yeah, I should have taken a picture. I never did. My hair was about this long.
Yeah.
My hair grows really quickly, Farah. It grows really quickly. So
Wow.
every 10 days I have to get a haircut.
Wow.
It's overdue. This is like a 1 week's growth. It was actually like this. So yeah.
That.
Lakini najipenda sana by the way. Mimi najipenda sana.
That's nice. That's nice. So the reason why I asked this question is because I feel like a lot of us, everyone rather, when we look in the mirror, we always see that one pimple. You know, we always see that one mark, and we're so focused on that, and we don't see. We never look in the mirror and say, "Hey, you know, I have nice eyes," and I'm like, you know what? I want people to say it out loud.
Yep.
You know?
You know what happens comes when I see people. I actually look at their eyes and they say, you know, the eyes are the what's it called? The window to your soul or whatever. And it's true. If you're happy from within, you see, for example, right now we're all wearing masks. And then have you seen when you take a selfie and then you say, "Are you guys smiling?" You can actually tell the people are smiling from inside and those who are not. And I think when you're happy inside, your beauty comes out. It just comes out naturally. Like you.
True.
You're perfect example.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's true. I always look into the mirror and like, I just love, first of all, I love my nose. And I also love my eyes.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What keeps you going?
My kids keep me going, definitely. They fuel me, they keep me young, they are really one of my biggest motivations for waking up in the morning. I mean, really, if rather than taking care of them, half the reason for me waking up would just disappear. In fact, so I've got, I say kids, I've got 2 adult boys and 1 young girl. So they're no longer all kids anymore. And soon they're just going to fly out of the nest and then I'll be like, why am I waking up? That's retirement coming. What else keeps you going? I really value friendships. I really take my friendships seriously. And anyone who's my friend knows I nurture, I have time for my friends. And why do I nurture my friendships? Because they've kept me going through my lives, through my dips, through my happiness, through everything. My dear friends, my friends, man, that they give me energy. We look out for each other. So that's another very big energy driver. Then the other thing is just my passion for the creative sector. It keeps me going big time. I'm extremely passionate about it. I mean, on Twitter, I call myself Creatives Ambassador, just self-appointed.
Yes.
But I feel I'm in a advantageous position where I can speak on behalf of the creative sector. And I have done over the years, and I have a strong history of doing that. And she's adding yoga, yes, food, yoga, and music. So that's my niece again, paid for advert.
Food should be number 1, I think.
Food.
You love food so much.
Food. I am a foodie. Just check out my Instagram. I'm a foodie. I love cooking. I love eating out well. And I mean, from the simple thing, ugali na sukuma wiki and kanyama to sushi on the other side to everything in between. I love food.
Yeah.
I do Bikram yoga. I haven't done it, of course, so much now because of COVID, but I still do a bit at home. So I do my yoga. And then, of course, music is my ultimate. In fact, music is my ultimate healer, let me tell you. When I'm feeling a bit low, I just put on my headphones. Within no time, I'm sorted. It's actually my psychotherapist is music. Has been, again, most of my life. Life. Yeah. Yeah. There you have it.
I feel like it's so amazing that you know what works for you. There's some people who don't know what works for them, like when they're down, they don't understand what should I do, where should I look.
Yes.
Can you share, if you can, how does one find out what works for them?
I
know it's personal. It's really personal, yeah.
I guess that what you described is what we refer to as self-actualization. And it's a self-actualization is a process, to be very honest. Whilst people can guide you, self-actualization is a journey you take on your own to a large extent.
Yes.
Really a journey you take on your own to find out about who you are. And I think it depends on where you are in your life. So first thing I would ask is, are you happy with yourself? First of all, that's the first step. Are you happy with what you're doing? So these are the inquiries you'd make. Are you happy with the sets of friends you have? Are you happy with your family? Are you happy maybe with the income you're earning? Are you happy with your health? Are you happy with your level of fitness? Are you happy with the way you relate to people? So it's a collection of inquiries into yourself, into self. And it's in answering that one then finds out what really they like and what they don't. So that process of self-actualization, I think, it's very hard to, as I said, you can guide somebody, but you can't get them to, they need to start it themselves. Yeah, and go through it. Yeah.
Yeah, very true. And lastly, what does David do for self-care? So tell us, how do you love yourself?
Sushi. Let me tell you, like yesterday, what is it? 2-3 days ago. So I really love sushi. Okay, I love sushi. So when I live for sushi and all my children have been ayani, I feel sorry for the boy who's going to date my 13, not my 13-year-old daughter now, but when she's older and she can date, because we've been she started eating sushi when she was 5 years old, and we always go on sushi daddy-daughter dates every month. And since she was 5, and although less so now with COVID, we've not been really going out to restaurants. We've only done one this year, like out in a restaurant with her too. But when I'm feeling a bit, I want to spoil myself or something, I order for takeaway sushi. My goodness, nothing gives me happiness like that. So that's one. Secondly is doing a gig, like my Saturday night gigs. They give me such energy.
Yeah.
Such energy. Ask Kenyan violinist. She's been to my gigs. They're the bomb. They give me. It's just because I'm seeing people, I'm playing, and I love entertaining. That's the thing. So
yeah,
I love. Just that keeps me going.
Amazing. That's so amazing. Wow, you're just this generous, kind, giving person, and what keeps you going is the same things. It's so amazing. I'm so honored to know you.
Don't make me start. I told you I cry easily. Stop. Don't start.
Okay, we're gonna have fun now. 3 quick would you rather questions, okay? Number 1, would you rather have to start a new job every year until you retire, or have only one job for your entire career?
Definitely the first one. I had start a job every year. My attention span is not that good. So
I knew it. Yeah, of course, being a DJ, auditor, real estate, MC, wow. The coach, yeah.
For sure.
Yes, a mentor. You'll be doing something every year.
For sure.
Oh, wow. Not a would you rather question, but if there was something you were to do, like from out of whatever it is you're doing right now, what would it be? Like if you are not DJing or MCing or into real estate, yeah.
A photographer. I love. It's so funny. I was having this conversation earlier today.
Wow.
And I fear getting hold of a camera because I think I'll even stop DJing. I love photography, and especially foodie photography. Believe it or not, I would, and I foresee that happening probably next year. I'm actually thinking of now taking it up as one of my other passions, like fully blowing it up. I do it side, now thinking of doing it professionally, learning how to do it. So yes, I would be a photographer.
Wow. Do you have like any pictures you've taken with
on my IG
camera? Or?
Well, no, a professional camera, just with my phone, but it looks professional. So so I'm actually the reason I've just not bought a professional camera is because I'm so scared of being obsessed with it. For 5 years I've been saying I'm going to buy one, and I've just Like a friend said, "Oh, I've got a spare one. I've got a new one. Why don't you have my camera for a while?" I was like, "No, no, 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 no. Watch a guy. Just let it stay." Because I have like a fear of the obsession. It'll happen. I'm just scared something's going to give. But slowly but surely, I'm going. Yeah, seriously, I'm going to give in very soon. I can see it happening.
Oh my god, I'm excited to see that. I'll make you take pictures of me.
For sure. For sure.
Number
For
two,
sure.
would you rather never be able to hold hands again or hug again? Quick answers.
I would want to be able to hug. So I'd never want to lose the ability to hug. Yeah, I mean that one I already said. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think hugging, I can also hold your hand and hugging quickly. So I'll combine.
No. But don't you think it's better not to shake hands anymore? Like it's easier.
Yeah, we haven't shaken hands since March anyway. We're elbowing right now, so it's okay. But I have not survived for hugging. So yes.
This one is it's fun. It's exciting. Okay, are you ready?
I'm not ready, but let's go.
Would you rather have to sing Bootylicious by Destiny's Child every time you meet someone new, or have to twerk on the spot every time you speak in a meeting? When I saw this question, I was like, this is it.
Listen, I like a good Destiny Child song. I will sing Bootylicious at the drop of a hat. Anytime than twerking. Anytime. Bootylicious. Yeah, that one.
All right. Yes. Oh gosh. Then we come to the end of our show. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are.
Hasana, why it's gone too quickly? What do you mean? We want more. We want more. Haki yetu. Haki yetu.
Okay, you can
so
share
much.
whatever you feel like. Tell us what should we be looking out for. Tell us everything.
Let me just now even just do something just for pure shock value. So here's a funny fact you didn't know about me.
All right.
I used to be a dancer in my youth. In 1984, wait for it. I was 15 years old in 1984. Most of you are not born. In 1984, at the age of 15, I became the Kenyan national breakdancing champion.
No!
Yes. In 1984, I was the Kenyan national breakdancing champion of Kenya. And that competition took place at the top of KICC. In the old days, KICC used to have a revolving, the top part used to revolve. And there was a very famous DJ called Abdul Haq. He was the most famous DJ in Kenya. He used to be on Voice of Kenya that time. It was called VOK, not KBC. And he was a DJ then, and I won the national breakdancing competition. So there's a fact you didn't know about me. And I can still breakdance. Check out my IG somewhere down there. 3 years ago. You'll see a breakdancing video. No, game shot. Ndani. Kabisa.
Sawa. We have to do TikTok together.
Oh, we will. I'm so game.
Awesome. Wow. Oh my god. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, wow. And then you're so shy, Achi. You don't know how to dance, Achi, whatnot. And here you are, a professional.
that was many years.
You had so many hats, mashallah.
I have a big head, so it helps. So I can hold all the hats.
Wow. Thank you so much for this amazing 1 hour that we had. We laughed so much. We learned so much about ourselves, our energies, our intentions, emotions, and basically just learning that it's okay not to be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I was like, I've told everyone about it. I was like, yo, I'm being interviewed. So you better put
Yeah.
IGTV, Ikai, Baka, forever.
Yeah.
Becca,
Inaka, obviously. It's
up
going
close.
on YouTube as well.
Man,
So,
now,
yeah.
look at
It's
you.
going on YouTube as well. So, yeah. I had about one, two, three, four more episodes before I wrap up for this
Wow,
year.
nice, nice.
So, yeah. So, Baba, I was so nervous to start this thing off. Like, I
What?
was like,
You
how will
all
I
so
even
much.
I
How?
swear. I was like,
Me,
how will I even pull it off?
me. Of all people, me. You, my daughter, me. How can you be so? What?
I know.
It didn't show. You're the, you're the,
Really?
you're the most professional person. Like it, well, it clearly didn't show. Did anyone see it? Anyone there in the group? Did you see it? Do you see it? No. And also, like to all the people who ask questions and all the people and all my friends and new friends I've made here,
Yeah,
and
thank you
friends
so much
and
for
Patricia
coming.
and Shay and everyone, Shiro and Lucky, Nessa, um, all the people who've been here. Thanks for joining us. I mean, it was nice of you to take time out to join us.
Yeah.
Nilsi 254, I can see. Whole lot of people. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. And thank you, my dear daughter, for hosting Baba.
Thank you so much.
You take.
Bye.
Bye, dear.
Okay.
Ciao.
Oh wow. What an amazing show. And thank you so much you guys. Shay, Patricia, Joshua, Nisha, all Baba's friends and family. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, that's a wrap. I'll see you guys on Wednesday at 7 p.m. with a new host, a new guest. Yeah, until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.